Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinking. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm your co-host, Rebecca.
And I'm your AV guy, Mikey.
And we're doing a video mini-sode.
Yes, we are.
What are you laughing at
You
me
still
for?
don't get them right. It's called a mini-sode.
Didn't I say a mini-sode?
Well, I mean, I think they already know we're on video, so you don't have to...
Guys, we're on video. If they're listening on Spotify or iHeartRadio, they may just be listening to us and they don't know we're on video.
Okay.
So if you're listening
right.
to us on one of those platforms, if you decide that you want to see our pretty faces,
yeah.
her
mine
pretty
at least.
face, then you could actually switch over to YouTube or Rumble.
Okay.
If you just want to listen to us, I don't blame you. I would just listen to me too.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't even listen to me. So I run a podcast and I wouldn't listen to myself. Nope. Let's see. This is going to be mega churches, right?
Oh, yeah. And the craziness that comes involved with those.
Isn't
They're
it
just
crazy?
Crazy. Wow.
Now, I've got to ask that. Let's cover the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a mega church?
I have not, no.
Okay.
Nope.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
I will tell you some of these places. Now, so what qualifies as a mega church? What is it?
So it's like a Protestant Christian congregation.
Well, some of these are non-denominational. There's a lot of these that were non-denominational.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But it has a average weekly attendance of at least 2,000 people or more.
And some of these, Mikey, pull up a church for us here. That is a mega church.
Wow. I mean, that's just crazy.
Right?
I remember like ours was like so small compared to that.
Yeah. So
Nuts.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what you guys just saw, if you're watching, is a mega church. Now, most of these churches have, like, I want to say, I think this to qualify as 2K. None of the ones I saw were under 5.
Yeah, even some of the
one was 100,000 people for a weekly church.
Wow, that's that's crazy.
Now here they have these mega churches could have income of in the millions of dollars.
Wow.
These mega churches could make millions upon millions of dollars.
Oh wow, that's.
Why?
I hope they're doing something good with that.
They're not paying taxes.
Yeah.
You're not paying your taxes, people. You're under that church making millions of dollars. Don't buy your bullshit. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's the largest one?
So the largest one I found it's called the Glory Dome.
Glory Dome, okay.
I guess it was opened in 2018, and it has 100,000 seats.
Okay, and that's in Nigeria, right?
Nigeria, yep.
Where Abuja,
yeah,
Nigeria.
That sounds about right. Good attempt.
Yeah, that's my attempt anyway. They have 100,000 seats.
Crazy.
That's
like a whole town. Like, what the heck?
That's a stadium. You're no longer a stadium. You're
no longer a church. You're a stadium.
And listen, here's the thing. There's churches out there that are small. Churches work just off of donations. They don't make a whole lot of money. And these mega churches have turned it into, well, let's exploit tax rules and let's make millions upon millions of dollars. And I have some preacher or entertainer. I'm going to call him an entertainer that is on stage that is entertaining that you're not preaching to that many people. You're entertaining that many people. There is a difference.
I wouldn't see like the value that, like, because I mean, I guess you wouldn't be able to see them from like, I know when I go to a concert and I sit up in the nosebleed section, I can't see the performer.
Well,
You know, like, so it takes away from the whole thing.
There is, and so we're going to talk about Joel Olstein. He's
Okay.
the one that has, what is it, Lakewood
Church.
and that's down in Houston, Texas, right?
Correct.
He is the third largest in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay,
With a capacity of 16,800 people.
almost 17,000 people.
Why did they just route it up to 17,000 seats? Like, come on now.
Well,
Like, come on. Why do you have to do the 800?
I don't know. Mikey, do you have an aerial view of his church? That's his church, okay?
Wow.
That is his church. It doesn't look like a church.
It doesn't.
It looks like I don't know, Mikey, what would you say that is? It's like a business complex.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a giant office work area, like over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, to me, that doesn't yell church. That if I drove by that, if I didn't know that was a church, I might not even know it is.
Right.
If you didn't read the sign, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. I mean, they have their own parking garage. You know,
Right,
like,
right.
They have a whole parking garage.
Yeah.
That is...
Well, because, they have 16,000 people coming there. They got to have somewhere for all of them to park.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
you can't really, like,
There's no street parking for 16,000 people.
yeah.
No.
I mean, they have, like, escalators in the building. They got, like, a bookshop.
Now,
I mean, it's crazy.
Didn't he get in trouble for, like, when that, like, the flooding happened in Houston, Texas? He refused to open up his church for anybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard that he has this mega church and he wouldn't open his church for anybody. Apparently, they just cleaned the carpets or some bullshit story that they said,
Oh, wow.
and they didn't want to get the floors
They don't want to
dirty.
get dirty.
I mean, with as big as that area is, and they just clean the carpets, yeah, I could see. But I mean,
He could have helped so many people out, and he didn't. I think
Well,
that's what he
I mean,
got.
it depends on, like, your seating configuration. I mean, if you had,
It's
like,
a church.
well, I know, but, like, you can't really lay down in a seat.
Bullshit. If you're displaced and you need shelter and you need a place to stay, I've slept in worse
Well,
areas.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's a church too, so that's probably a nicer place to sleep.
That should be a place where the way I've always saw churches were, if they were always open.
yeah,
You could always, there was always someone there to help you.
yeah,
And you would think that this is a mega church in Houston, Texas. So when they had all that flooding, that he would say, yeah, if you go to our you could get more people there.
no, that's true, yeah.
Even if he was setting up sleeping bags on the floor for these
In the
people
hallways,
to sleep.
yeah.
Now, we're going to, that was just the outside.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the inside?
No, let's see it.
Yep, let's see the inside, Mikey.
Oh,
There's
wow.
the inside of this church. You're telling me that they couldn't find places for people to sleep in there? That's not a church. That's a stadium.
Yeah.
I want to say our stadium here in Omaha isn't that big.
It kind of reminds me of a performance, like your concerts and stuff. Because I mean, he has a stage and everything.
Well, yeah. See, that's a stage.
Yeah.
That's not a
preaching podium. That's a whole stage.
I mean, yeah, because you got, like, for the people up very top, you got to have those big screen TVs so they can see the person.
right.
I mean, that just for me, I don't know. I guess.
And most churches, I don't think, use a microphone. But with this, you would have to use a microphone. You would have to have a bunch of speakers and everything.
Well, no, and most churches do have some of that stuff.
Yeah, they have
in
a
there.
sound system.
But
Do they?
Yeah.
yeah, but if you look at this picture, I mean, if you didn't tell me, if I didn't tell you this was a church, and you were looking at this, you would you would think, okay, this is a concert. This is a Toby Keith concert, or this is a Tay Tay concert, or something like that.
That, or it's like one of those like TED Talk things.
No, this is way bigger than TED Talk.
You think so?
Oh yeah. This is probably equivalent to what I would think what you'd see at a Taylor Swift or a big performer concert.
I could see that, yeah.
There's a stage, there's rows. Now I will tell you, we run a podcast, and some of our equipment that we have here, we have a soundboard. We use we have microphones, we have lighting,
Yeah.
we have a lot of stuff there. Their sound system, Mikey, if you look at their soundboard because you operate our soundboard.
Oh yeah, I would love to operate what they
Yeah.
do. I would absolutely love it. I would just love to see all of the mechanical work and everything behind it.
Oh yeah, because you got to understand that it's no longer about preaching the word. When you're in that level, it's about entertainment.
You're putting on a show.
You're putting on a show.
I would think so. I mean,
I would love to have a podcast and just podcast to that many people, and they just have to sit there and listen to me talk.
Yeah.
if we could sit on a stage like that and have that many people, I think I would love it.
You would?
I would.
I
mean,
I couldn't sit behind a desk and do it. I have to get up and walk around.
well,
Yeah.
just put
I'll
on some
be-
like wireless mics and you're good.
Here's also the problem that I have. I don't think I want to be that big. I don't want where we
Yeah,
have that.
no.
I mean,
Why not?
I don't want someone to come listen to us talk and where they can see in the nosebleed section of somewhere to hear me talk.
Yeah. I mean,
Now, if
it's
it's a singer or something like that, there's pyrotechnics, there's other stuff in there.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they probably do some of that shit at these churches too.
probably.
So now, Mikey, I'm going to show what's a traditional cathedral church. What I'm looking at here. So show a picture of that.
Now those are just gorgeous.
Now that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Now
I just love like how the work is, like the carving and everything.
Yeah. See there, it's more of a. See, to me that screams.
That's a church. Yeah.
The other building he had didn't do it. Now here's the deal. If you look at this, the church here, you can see how tall it is. Mm-hmm. This is not designed to pack as many people in there as possible.
Right.
The mega churches are designed to pack as many butts in the seat as we can get. I don't know. I just
those probably fit like 100 maybe, if that much.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, that's a pretty good picture. Now, I think we have a picture of an inside of a cathedral and something like that, right? Pull that up, Mikey. There's the inside of a cathedral. You see the height there, man.
Yeah, that's gorgeous architecture.
It's beautiful.
I can't say that word either.
And what I like about all of the churches is they have like glass stained windows that have like pictures and stuff on it, which is really cool.
Yeah. See, this to me, this isn't designed to pack as many people in there as possible.
Right.
Now, this is a very elaborate, lavish cathedral.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
this is a very nice place, and it's very small, and it's just enough to get like your word out.
The
Without
acoustics in there would be beautiful.
Making it a big production. Yeah.
But yeah, the acoustics in that building would be through the roof. That's where I would like to have. I'd like to have just.
I bet if you talk in there, the reverb would just be crazy.
That would be.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It would be quite cool. I just like how they build it and like all of the like building and carving and everything they do.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So these mega churches, I don't know. I have a problem with turning religion into let's get as many people in these seats as possible.
Yeah. Well, what I was reading on their website, though, I don't think they charge for going to the service. So, like,
well,
I wonder where...
hold on now. Let's. I know you've been to church. How many times do they pass the plate around?
The donation bucket, yeah.
Yeah, the donation bucket goes through.
Yeah.
So
I guess if everybody donates $1, you're $16,000 richer, I guess.
In this church, yeah.
Yeah, you don't pay for the services. You pay by just
Yeah.
donations.
That's
You
true.
got 17,000 people in the church, and everybody just puts in $1.
Yeah.
That's $17,000
Yeah.
in one day.
One day, yeah.
That is crazy.
And you figured, you know,
Wow.
somebody's not going to put just $1 in. They're going to put like 20 or, you know, more. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, you know, isn't there
Can you imagine the people that they got to like employ to like collect those buckets though?
Well, yeah.
Or do they just have like one central bucket that they
A lot of these mega churches, I think you have to like, a lot of times if you're going to the church, you could like go to their website and put in your credit card information.
Okay, yeah.
And you're supposed to donate how much of your income is supposed to go to a church when you're in these.
I don't know.
There's a set income. I don't remember what it was.
There's a really.
Yeah,
I don't think like,
there's a recommended.
well, there's recommended, but
If you want if you want to and listen, if you want in heaven, you better and if you want to do some shady stuff that some people do,
yeah.
you might want to say, well, you know,
I'll make my donation a little bit bigger this
I
week.
want to say it was like 10%.
Oh, really?
10% of your salary
okay.
was supposed to go to this church.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was like a set amount that you were supposed to
Yeah.
give.
If you like to do a little extra sinning on the side, you better up that to 25%.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you got a person that's coming in there. If they're, you know, let's say they throw $20 in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you used to go to church in Bellevue. What do you know?
Right.
You want to say the church's name?
Yeah, we've gone to a couple. I originally went to like St. Bernadette's in Omaha.
Okay.
And then most recently St. Matthew's in Bellevue.
So St. Matthew's in Bellevue.
Mm-hmm.
Now they actually held congregation in the auditorium, right?
No, it was in the gym.
In the gym,
Yeah.
gym auditorium.
Yeah.
Some are the same.
Right.
So they held it in the gym.
Right. While they
And-
were building the actual church part
Right.
of it.
And they were taking donations,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a long process. It wasn't like they're not one of these mega churches.
Right. Yeah. It took
They're-
them quite a few years.
They had to get
So,
enough
yeah. Mm-hmm.
donations. And then they built their church, and it's a nice church.
Yeah.
They did it right. To
Yeah.
me, St. Matthew's here in Bellevue, I think they're doing it right.
Okay.
It's I don't know. There's a difference between a mega church and a regular church, and I want to say these mega churches are making it harder for some of these other churches to survive.
Well, yeah.
They're the Walmarts of the church world.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we have any here. So, I mean, I would say, you know, in these bigger cities like Houston and like, I think there was one in like Chicago area.
Yep, I saw one in Plano, Texas, I believe.
Okay. Well,
so,
yeah, Texas. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's outside of Dallas or Houston, one of the two.
right.
I think Dallas.
Yeah, something
So,
like that. So
yeah.
it's just it's kind of crazy that that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just when it comes to mega churches trying to cram people into making millions of dollars, I'm sorry, you're a different classification than regular churches. You need to start paying your taxes.
Right. Yeah.
You need to start helping. If you want to run a mega church, you better be doing some mega helping out there. That's what I'm saying.
You tell them, Michael. That was funny. You got like,
Well, they kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people out there struggling.
Yeah.
And when they're not paying, you know, they're getting these like tax breaks, but they're making millions of dollars. That pisses me off.
Yeah. I
That
see it.
pisses me off.
I
So-
get it.
All right. Well, if you like our content, if you like what we say, we like what we do. You can always like us, follow us on Facebook.
Yep.
We're also on Instagram and X.
Yep. And then, of course, you can listen to us pretty much on any podcast player, mostly like iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Samsung, and then YouTube Music.
Yep. You always have a hard time with that one.
Yeah, I know. Like, I can never say that right. YouTube. Oh,
YouTube.
there we go.
And then YouTube, Rumble, for a lot of our videos. You could also listen to us just on those as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then TikTok, as long as it's around here as well.
Yeah,
So
until it gets banned.
until it gets banned or what they're going to do with it. But
Yeah.
no, me personally, I'm always a person that says, I don't think I don't think Jesus is standing at the front of a church taking attendance.
No, I don't think he is either.
So I'm a little different there, but it also comes down to, I could see going to church. I see the social aspect of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, mega churches. I'm not a fan. I'm not on board. I think, a couple smaller churches would have done better.
Yeah.
I don't think religion should be, let's pack as many people in as we can to make as much money. Sorry.
Okay.
So,
hey, everybody has their right to their own
do
opinion.
you
so
agree or disagree?
I would have to agree. So
Okay, well,
yeah.
There's two opinions for you. So
Yep.
I think that was a good show.
It was.
Sorry, Joel Olstein. I didn't mean to pick on you on this episode, but I'm really not that sorry. So do better. That's all I got to say is do better.
All right. Bye, everybody.